Um, yes, let's just press the continue button. Fantastic. But don't tell me that all of you are going to close your camera. It's going to be so weird. I mean, I'll teach still, but I wasn't sure if you want us, if you want me to just teach moves or just dance and perform. So we'll go by majority, whatever you guys tell me. I'm gonna just introduce myself a little bit. I apologize for my hand. We planned this for way in advance, but my wrist and elbow hurt so much, and I have an appointment 3 hours after this. I did the X-ray, everything, nothing is broken, but it hurts. So I have this thumb stabilizer. So sorry for all these. My son says, "Mom, you look like a robot." But anyway, but I can dance, and we have all our classes due to COVID online. It's been a year and 4 months, March, April, May, June, July. Yeah, a year and 4 months. Exactly a week after everything was shut down, I started my online classes. I've been teaching for 30 years, teaching Persian dance, belly dance, Middle Eastern dances, and we've been performing so many different places. I don't perform as much anymore myself, but my students do, and in different colleges, wherever they transfer, they try to start a cultural group and expand the awareness about the art and dance and Middle Eastern dances. So that's a little background about me. I live in California, and I have three boys. Niosha Dance Academy. If you want it, I will change my name to the Dance Academy. But we have a good, huge followers in Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook. So if you are more interested, definitely follow me there. Follow us. So Anissa, Fatima, John, Mohammed, and Lee, plus Nalan and Kerry. None of you want to open your camera? Let me count to like five. Yes. Yes. Let me at least interact with you guys. It's much better to try. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. See, I'm in the bedroom. So you can be in the kitchen, you can be in the garage, it can be crowded with your cat, with like however you are. So it's just at least that minimum human interaction. Okay, good, good. Thank you. Thank you. So let us, so tell me, do you want to get up and dance with me, or the ones with their cameras are off? Are you laying down having Cheetos and you just want to watch, or having salt and vinegar chips? Two? You just want to watch? Seriously, Mohammed? Mohammed, are you sure you don't want to do a Baba Kara?
I am either way, but my cat keeps falling asleep on my lap today. So maybe
Any Persian here? Number two, any Persian? Is Muhammad or Fatima Persian? Yes. So you know how to beshkan? Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. So this type of beshkan. So one of our most unique features in dance is how we do. Yes, Anissa. Yes. All the brave people are turning the cameras on. So one of our famous movement is this snapping, the Persian style of snapping. We went to America Got Talent once, twice actually, twice. We didn't go that far. We only did two series, and then they were amazing dancers. We don't do as much acrobats and like really powerful or very different moves. It's a folk dance, and we don't see as much folk dances going up for competition. But Nick Cannon and a lot of other people, as we were doing this in a couple of our dances, he came forward, says, "Camera, come here, video it," which I was in their a teaser when they were announcing the season and all that. So I was showing them how to do the beshkan. Beshkan means snap, or beshkan. Another thing is when you break something. And I think if you guys are learning Farsi language also, the shekastan, the verb beshkan means just break it. So, and this one is kind of like, it sounds like something just fell and broke. So you can give it a try. It's one of those that whoever marries a Persian partner, I teach them, and in the wedding, all the family fall in love with the new in-law. Okay. So, and the way you do it, you can just give it a try. We spend 30 seconds on that. Hold one hand, hold the other hand on top of it. You lock your thumb and slide your index finger down until it hits the 3 points. This finger, and this. These three fingers, they touch. And then keep a little space between your hand. So don't like close it like this, because there's no way the sound will travel. So you want the sound to travel. With this thing, it doesn't make as much of a sound for right now, but see? Da, 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 da. So right now, Anissa, I see your fingers on top. So if you're doing this, there's no point of contact. The sound will not be produced. It's physics. It's physics. They have to touch, and the sound waves go in there and they echo. So this finger slides down and it hits this point. So that's one good move, and we use this a lot. Let me put this song. So I'm giving you a little rundown of what different Persian Persian styles of dance are. For example, these type of music, we call it Baba Karam. So it has a lot of drum, lot of shoulder movement, and it's mostly like male dominant dance. So guys do this dance. Baba Karam. Baba means like dad. Baba Karam is the guy. What did you say? Let me see. What's the question for me? What is it called? Baba Karam. Baba means dad. Karam. The history behind this is, in old ages, there was like this, like more like not in the more affluent areas, like a middle to lower case, lower. Come on, Muhammad, or help me. Baba Karam.
Class.
Lower class group. There was this guy who his last name was Karimi. So the guy Baba Karam, Baba Karimi, they would call him like Papa Karimi. Every time he would pass through the street, there were all these kids running up to him, and he would just give them lollipop or a little candy or something, so to make them happy. And then after a while, he started to actually do different moves that they like to do. For example, I have my hat and scarf here. So he would show them like the scarf and the hat. Sorry, I didn't know I would be teaching this dance, or I was showing you this hat. So he would have the hat on, and usually a handkerchief. So when the kids would come to him to get lollipop or something, he would either snap at them, they would just run away and scream, or they would just have his handkerchief, do these type of move, do these type of move. So he would do stuff, move the head, and the kids would love him. After a while, Baba Karimi turned into Baba Karam. Oh, Baba Karam's coming, Baba Karam is coming. And he would do all these different moves, all these things to make the kids have fun. So right now, this becoming a very, very famous style of dance. In every parties, they do it. At our shows, they usually dress in white shirt and black pants. It's a guy dance. A lot of time they have big mustache. So maybe in one of the videos I show, we do this. And sometimes the girl dress like boys and do the boy style dance, like shoulder up, hand open. You do more masculine move. And sometimes they act as that cute little girl with a lot of hip motion and all that. So that's Baba Karam. So if you tell any Persian people, totally they know what you're talking about. As soon as you say Baba Karam, they either start doing this or they start snapping. And the way you can use your beshkan for the dance, you can just take step forward, step back, and as you go forward and back, extend your arm, snap, snap, beshkan here, beshkan here, beshkan this side, beshkan that side. So that is Baba Kara. And this is the music. So let me just do a few moves. As you guys are not getting up to dance with me, I'll just do it. Baba Karam, lots of hip roll, lots of shoulder, head and neck, and snapping. All right, one style. You know, that's what I'm gonna do. If you guys are not dancing with me, instead of teaching you different moves, we can talk and learn a little bit about different styles. Agree? Isn't that more fun? Okay. Anytime you want something else, tell me. In the next 30, 40 minutes, I'm at your service. So, another style. What I am more famous for and my specialty is Persian modern dance and pop dance. The everyday party style that all the kids, everybody, young and old and female and male and everybody would love to learn and dance. I have rarely people come to class and they want to style they want to learn a very particular style. It's like the alphabet of dance. I do that first, and then whoever sticks around and learn the basics of the dance and can just dance with the 6/8 beat, then we go into the classical dance and folk dances and different stuff. So the most popular pop dances we do, it's 6/8 beat. So, and what either they call it LA music in Los Angeles people do, or people from Iran, they're so talented and they come up with great music. Let me put a couple songs for you. For example, these are more, or this one, like Ivan Band, for example, is a famous band right now in Iran. So these are the newer stuff. It just came out in March, this song. So, and I know some of the band, they send me their music before it comes out. So in the class, I use them. So if you study Persian language, or if you're Persian, you probably can pick up the words. So I'm gonna just dance with it. A few things. Not probably no butterfly move. 1 and 2. Guess what? 30 minutes without this. Yeah. So 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Harmonic or butterfly. 2 step to the right. 2 step to the left. We can move this to the mirror. It's like you're looking into the mirror. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. You can go down and up. Keep your feet together. 3 step down. 3 step up. And shoulder. You can do picture frame. Yes. Yes, definitely you guys can dance seated. One of the dance style I teach is actually chair dance. You know, at the end of the parties, especially if the ladies are wearing high heels, we can't move anymore, but you still want to dance, okay? So sit in your chair, or as COVID, we just want to stay home in our couch and don't go to the parties. Do the picture frame. Put your face in a frame. Head movement. Ladies, hold your fingers like this. Middle finger in, thumb is in. It's like a C. That you can either do this way, or other fingers come up, or keep these 3 together. Just have the thumb, the index finger come up. For gentlemen, usually either all 4 fingers are closed, or just one come up a little bit. So ladies do full 360. Gentlemen do a little less. They don't have this much of wrist rotation. So if you want it to be more masculine, it's more half a turn. 180. Go up, down, palm in, out. So few distinction between the more feminine style of dance and masculine. This is what ladies will do. Full rotation. Fingers all like separated. For male, fingers are together and half a circle. In and out. Shoulders, ladies, forward and back. Chin goes toward your shoulder, more feminine style, but you keep your eyes straight. So don't move your eyes with your shoulder, so with your head. It's not like eyes go left and right. Eyes stay, head moves. And those are those little details that your dance would look nicer. For gentlemen, shoulder goes more up and down in the dance. More up and down, like this way and this way. So that's more male type of a dance. So arms are open. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. For ladies, for example, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Shoulder forward and back. What I did, I actually am one of a few, because I know 2 other dance teachers did this. 2012, I came up with our movement book. So I do have a book of movements with Niosha's style, 30 Persian dance move. And this is my own style. So I've been teaching this for 30 years. So I have numbers and names for each move. So we have 30 moves in Persian modern dance. I have 30 moves in Persian traditional, like Baba Karam that you learn. And I have 30 moves in Persian belly dance. So the belly dance that I teach is not the Oriental style or Egyptian style or what's out there that everybody does. Mine is more Persian style of belly dance. So there's a lot of hand and shoulder and head movement involved. It's not just all hip shimmies or shoulder shimmies. So there's a lot of arm movement into it. So we have those books that with name and number. And I'm hoping, hopefully in years to come, people from all over the world would learn these moves with name and with name. So like ballet, that you don't have to speak French to know what's plie, what's like, I don't know, chassé. So everybody who's in dance world, they know those things. But with Persian dance, nobody have established it fully yet. So I'm one of those people that I'm writing things down and insisting on the name and style. For example, this one, parvane. Both Farsi word for it, parvane or butterfly. And so many people do this now. Or miniature, the miniature move. That's another very famous Persian move. And you see this in lots of painting, in lots of poetry books, in Hafiz, Ferdowsi, the poetry book, that the miniature is sitting down and holding the hand like this, or they're dancing with this position. So miniature, like in my classes, I just stand and tell the kids, okay, give me 4 butterfly and 4 mirror, and let's do the like X and W, X and W, X, W. How easy. You can all do X, hands make an X, and do W. And that takes me to the next style, which is bandari. Bandari style. Who knows what's bandari or bandar? Anybody? No? No? Bandar? Muhammad Khan, do you know what's bandari? Tell us or shake or show us. Yes, no? Okay, I'm putting in music for bandari. When you hear this, you just want to shake it. Bandar means the port. It has influence from, it's the cities down the south part of Iran. Let me find more bandar music. And I'll show you a dance with that. So bandar means port. South part of Iran, right above the Khalij Fars, the Persian Gulf. They are all very close to Africa and like to Emirates, those type of dance, and to from the other side to Iraq. So bandari is more just shaking shoulder shimmy, shaking hands, and the dance is so high beat, and they do it for weddings and for funerals. So let's see if you can shake it with me. Shake your shoulder. Come on, guys. Shake, 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 shake. X, W, X, W. And you can shake your hands too. Side to side. Hip, hip. You can go around. There's lots of jumping. A lot of times this dance happens in a circle as a choo-choo train. Up, down. I'll get to the questions. burning calories. So let's see, what's the question? Anything from me?
Oh, it's
So
actually not a question. I'm sorry. I was just commenting.
yeah, I think maybe the Oriental theme of it kind of cancel out a lot of harder moves. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like for example, I feel as though since belly dancing is kind of like a chic thing now, where everyone wants to do it for like just fun, of course. I
Yeah.
think that a lot of the harder moves that are maybe tied to the origins of the dance have kind of fallen off, and they're not really performed a lot. I don't know.
Very good point. Very good point. As I actually did say it, confirming what you just said, for example, when people come to me, they rarely come to learn the like folk dances or the origin of the dance. They want to learn a dance that they have a wedding in 2 weeks and they want to dance. Or the kids go to birthday party, they want to dance. I have so many people who come up to me and they say, I never danced my whole entire life. I don't hear the beats or the music, but can I just take, how many sessions do I need to take to be able to do only one dance? I want to do just one dance. I tell them it's impossible to teach you only one dance that you perform well, but you don't learn anything else. It's like you go to piano and say, I only want to play, I don't know, the Chopin, or I only want to play the whatever, one song, only one song. I don't want to learn the whole, I don't want to learn all the keys, just one song. You have to learn all the notes. You have to learn how to move your finger to be able to play a music. So, but as people get busier and less attention and unfortunately less value on the art, we just want to go through them fast. So, and learn them fast. That's why all the harder move, all the basics are falling off. And I think that applies to all sorts of dances. So, like ballet, people don't have that much time to come for 7 years to go to the point, to get to points shoes. So they want to get to point shoes like after 2 years, and you get injured, and it slowly tap dance. I go so many years to just do like this tap tap tap. People don't do it. So unfortunately, and unfortunately, I don't know. I should refrain from that. But it brings all the cultures and brings more unity, brings all of us closer. So my saying is we have 2 feet and 2 arms, 2 hands. How many ways can we move it? There's so much similarity. We do a foot that calls step together step. So paru pa. So paru pa. Parupa. You bring your foot in front of the other foot, okay? So same thing, it's chasse in the other dances. Same thing in jazz, you can just glide across the floor. It's the same 2 foot and the same movement. You go step together, step. Step together, step. Same one, you go step together, step back. It becomes like Kurdish dance. You add the bounce, it becomes the Assyrian dance. So there's so much similarity between different styles. And what I stand for is unity. I love to, instead of keeping borders and separating everything, bring everything together. So we did Baba Karam. We did a little bit of pop music. We had Butterfly and the Mirror, and then we did a little bit of Bandari, which is all shaking. We also have the classical Persian dance, which, for example, Ustad Shajarian, bless his soul, one of our pioneers in classical Persian dance, or like this type of music. So this by itself, it's very, very, I mean, huge section in Persian music and dance. A lot of different instruments, lots of different sections or dastgah. So this type of dance, it's more miniature style. So lots of extensions, lots of stretching moves, extensions, a lot of influence from ballet and turns. So these type of music, which is more classical type. Please ask a question so I can breathe. No?
Who does the classical moves now? Like for like what sort of events would you learn that sort of dance? Or I also want to know if for like the films, if there are any like dance sequences that are prominent. So I have like a more of like a Bollywood background with studying abroad and being in India for many years. So I was wondering if a Persian film, they also have like feature dances and routines like that.
I wish the answer was yes to that, but due to the whole government and due to Islamic government now in Iran, dance, unfortunately, it's not a public event. It's not presentable. It's not acceptable. So dancing is forbidden. And that's why a lot of dancers are out of the country. So the movies, everything that is happening in Iran, you can't even be without, I mean, your hair should be covered. I mean, if I can't appear anywhere like this. So nothing in Iran or movies that are made in Iran. But and outside of the Iran, like the movie industry and stuff, it's such a huge um, cost to people that there's not that much non-Persian movies that are made outside of the Iran to have dance. So dance was never a big feature of Persian movies. Bollywood movies, I mean Indian movies and Bollywood movies that you watch, pretty much 99.9% is dancing. Even back home, when I was like 10, 11, 12 years old back home, I loved to watch Indian movies because of the dances. Like half of the movies all dancing, and it's gorgeous and so many people. But no, dance is not a big part of um, in our movies and culture. So, and then your first question was,
Yeah, where would you are people learning classical dance?
um,
Too probably not as much as popular dance, but
it's not as popular as the like the urban and like pop dances, but it has more. Again, this goes back to the class of things, and for you guys that study Persian, Turkish, Middle Eastern dances or are in this program, hearing it from a local person, again, it's embedded in our culture that if it's a classical dance, it has a higher class of dance. Like the one I just did, like everybody would say, like, oh my God, wow, wow. But the Baba Karam, for example, it's more lower class. So dances, unfortunately, is classified based on that. And like people, usually normal people, they love the pop dances. Everywhere you go, in every mehmuni, in every gathering, they do Baba Karam. They love to do all these moves and stuff. But if there's everybody together, everybody act like, oh no, we just listen to Shajarian. We just listen to um, like a very classical music. It's just like you go to opera or you just go to a club. So I think everywhere it has that class of different style, which knowing the background and knowing the art, it always helps to bring awareness. So when you know the different style, it's always like Kathak and Bollywood. So you would know the different style and how amazing it is. A classical dance, since it needs a little more strength in the body, needs a little bit more knowledge of the music, it's a bit harder, comes in level 2. If I want to, like, level 1 Persian pop and modern dance, level 2 would be the classical dance. So how about, and where we perform, we do mostly at cultural event. For example, the classical dance, I don't perform it in a wedding. If I'm invited for a wedding to perform with for the guests, then as an entertainment would be mostly the pop music, and classical music will be at the festivals and cultural events that they want to actually bring more culture and awareness for people. So I think, let me see if I go to YouTube, for example, I can just show one of our, let's see if I can, okay, cancel this. What if I show you a little bit of our Unity show? There is this event I had, like shows that we have every year. Share. Share. How can I go to my YouTube? Not this one. Not this. Not this. Oh. Okay, I closed everything. Then what am I? Okay. Can you guys see this screen? Are you? Yes? Oh, okay, good. So, for example, this is like 3-4 minutes. It's a highlight of one of our shows. And it shows so many different styles. Okay. And I'll talk over it. So behind the scene, of course. The comedian was opening the show. For example, when our movement, we were writing Ittihad, means unity in Farsi. This is a dance from north part of Iran. It's a harvest dance. That's why they have baskets and rice harvesting. This is a Baluchi dance from east part of Iran. This is Qashqai from southwest part of Iran. That's Bandari, the one that they shake it and hair flip. That's the dance of the stick dance. And Kurdish dance from Kurdistan. And Azari dance from Azerbaijan. Did a little Azari dance also to close that section. Half of my behind the scene is with like hot roller in my head. And the second part of the show was more modern style of dances. Classical. Ballet influence. Of course, our little cutie pie. This will give you an idea of all the costumes. Yeah, and that's a little bit. Let me make sure I stop the YouTube. So, in case in our YouTube channel, I have there are lots of videos if you were interested in watching more styles. So, that was a little glimpse of how many different styles and costumes we have. So, ask me what else.
For the village, or like, yeah, the village dances, are those still done in villages, or is that more of like a cultural event sort of thing?
There are two ways. One, they actually, it's part of their everyday ritual. So some places they actually like Kurdish dance. It's very still popular and people do it. Qashqai from southwest part of Iran, they still do it in all their wedding and all their gathering. And the folk dances, they happen mostly in groups. So hand holding is a big gesture to bring people together, or dancing in the circle of life. So their movement each have great meanings and brings unity, brings strength, brings closeness in each village. So that still does happen. Of course, not more as a cultural one. If they want to show off or show it, it's probably just done by male. There are shows that people produce still in Iran, but it's either just male do it, so females are not allowed to, or if there are few females that teach, it's only for females to attend or to watch or to learn. So, and of course, in every country who's suppressed like this, there's a lot of underground things happens, which we don't talk about that, which we don't know, and if it exists. So, but yeah, folk dances have long lasting effect, and it's been around for years, and I think it will stick around. Good questions, Gary. Thank you. Any other question regarding Persian dance, regarding teaching? We had great experiences um, um, performing at Warriors at the NBA games. So we got invited to perform a halftime show at Oracle Arena, Oakland Coliseum for Warriors. So that's like when they were champions. So it was such an amazing experience. I had 48 girls all wearing red, white, and green, which is the color of flag. So at the same time, it was hard to get in, to send them all the music, translate everything. And we had like only like 4 minutes to go in, perform, and out. And we had no time to rehearse on that court. So it was a huge honor and great experience for all the girls to perform at Warriors, and for halftime when 14,000 people were sitting there. As a minority group, these events are very, very pleasant. So we performed 3 times at Warriors. First time was just pregame. After that, we did twice halftime show with Persian music. I mixed 3 style: modern, classic, and bandari. So that was fun. We've gone to America Got Talent a couple times, so that was fun, even though we didn't get to top, of course, but still was very good experience. And just different TV shows, or at March, the month of March, which is Persian New Year. I'm sure all of you know it's Nowruz. And if I close my camera, I think my screensaver is Nowruz, the story of Nowruz. Right now, this is the biggest event I'm working on, which was Story of Nowruz 2020, which was supposed to go on stage at Palace of Fine Art in San Francisco, March of 2020. And we sold 1,200 tickets. We had 21 live musician, 47 actor, dancers. I was the director and producer. I'm not using past tense anymore. So we had to stop everything. We had to cancel it. But now we're working on it, and Story of Nowruz 2022 will go on stage, which would be the first big, huge Broadway style performance and show. It's a musical play, and I call it Persian Nutcracker. So I'm sure all of you have heard about Nutcracker. Every Christmas, Nutcracker goes on stage, and regardless of where you're from, there's so many people. It's like a tradition. Every Christmas they go and watch Nutcracker. My goal is in like 5 years or so, every corner in all the cities for spring production, people go and watch Story of Nowruz. So, and that is not just a Persian thing. It's 17 countries, as you I'm sure know, celebrate arrival of spring. And Nowruz, no means new, Ruz means day. It's a new day. It's exact moment, the vernal equinox, when the winter turns into spring. And that's the show I'm producing right now. It has half scene, 7 scenes. Half scene. Do you guys know what's half scene? Half scene. You do. John, are you Persian too?
No, I'm studying Persian.
You study Persian. That's fantastic. So if you're studying Farsi and Persian and Iran, then that's one of the major things, Nowruz. So, and I'm bringing Nowruz on stage the way it hasn't been done yet. So during the March, I'm sure there are so many events that they set up half scene, that table of 7 S's, and they get together and they eat sabzi polo mahi. They wish everybody Happy New Year. But in we haven't had fantastic. I like that. And Mr. Ismaili, as we have to chat too. Maybe you can help me. Do you teach Persian studies? Fantastic. I like that. So, Story of Nowruz would be something that first this year 2022 will be in San Francisco and LA, but it's the whole ritual of these 13 days of Nowruz and a couple weeks before that, from preparation, from house cleaning, khane tekani, ta Charshambe Suri, the ritual of jumping over the fire, why we do that, to having Haji Firuz, Amu Nowruz, all the great characters that brings the good news of winter is over and spring is coming. So this is in acting and in dancing and music. So no talking. There's no talking. There's no Farsi English translation, but acting. So it's a huge, big project. We're fundraising for it. We're letting everybody know, and hopefully the script is being done. The music is being written for this piece. So I have the ideas. I talked to our music composer, Mr. Yusuf Zamani, and he's making the music for it. So wait, when Story of Nowruz come to your town, or if you hear about it, you can say like, oh my God, a few years ago, this lady came and told us she did it. I know her. and you think I should have danced with her on that day instead of keeping my camera closed. Just kidding. Just kidding. I mean, I'm not just kidding, but it's okay. So that's what I'm all up to. So ask me, tell me what else. Or do we have time? Are we out of time?
We still have a couple minutes left. If anybody had any last minute questions, I think we definitely need that to hit Madison where it gets quite cold, and we'd love to celebrate the beginning of spring. Your show, we'd love to have it tour here. But
That would be fantastic.
I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about the costumes that were in some of the dances that we saw in the video. Are there certain ones that are specific to certain dances that or colors that you should wear for them?
Definitely. Good question. Costume is another huge area by itself. So folk dances definitely have their own costume, and costume is usually reflects on their culture. So, like for example, the people, the Qashqai people from south west part of Iran, from Shiraz, they wear like 2-3 layers of skirt and another long dress on top of it, and they put usually a hat and they put a scarf over it because they live in I'm talking about like the in villages, okay? So they live in tents and stuff. So weather has a huge effect on how they dress. So Qashqai costume, it's usually big, the skirts that we have, and when they turn they just flow, so it's a heavier costume, and then they have jacket over it too, so you can layer. Oh, I'm so sorry. I get this hand of mine. I should not do any rapid movement with it. So it's the the clothes are layered, so that's for um, the some part of Iran. Some they work at fields like Ashqai, the Shomari dance, or rice harvesting dance. That was one of the first one that they had basket. They also wear pants under their skirt because they work in the farm. The ladies want to be comfortable to sit, and they have huge scarf on their hip and waist and on their head because they carry their kids on their back. So women are mostly the one who work at these rice fields and they have to harvest. So pants is on there. So a lot of people here, they tell us like, do we have to wear the pants like the kids who perform? I said, yeah, that's the traditional clothes if you want to wear the traditional. Or they say, oh, our hair gets messed up. Do we have to put this scarf or turban or this and that? I say, yes, if you're wearing the traditional and doing the folk dances, we have to wear. But then, like white for the Samo dances or the classical dance, usually it's a full skirt and light colors like white or light blue or light pink. There was a dance with us, and there's a lot that have different meaning, like we had a dance with ribbon. Those are all modern. I mean, I just made up those things and here influence from all the other dance, like pop and fusion all came in later into our style. And as I said, unity and less borders. We mix in so many things right now. I work a lot with like fusion type of, and in the music same. So we have musics that it has salsa beat, but they're singing Indian dance. They're singing Indian song, but they dance belly dance to it. So it has like everything is mixed and mashed and big um, pot of mixture of all the cultures and art together. Yeah. So I hope I answered that. So all your classes are online. All your classes online. Fantastic. Beautiful. Any other question that I can answer? Not, I won't be able to answer all questions, of course. Thank you, Anissa. And I think we lost a couple of people. So definitely check out my YouTube videos if you are interested in Persian dances. We have I have a couple instructional video, like our Yalda dance got viral. There's a dance that I do with red dress. It's a solo dance. Like so many people keep getting that. So, and Yalda is the winter solstice. So it's the longest night of the year. And I did, for example, for Yalda, people usually wear red dress because watermelon and pomegranate, those are the symbols of Yalda. So, or for spring dances, of course, they wear more green. So something like that. Color, I think, in all cultures have effect. So thank you so much, everybody, for being here, and I'm glad you guys invited me again.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sure. So it was, thank you, Muhammad Khan, Mr. Smiley. As soon as we know it's a professor, we can't call them by first name. So, yeah. Come on, that's okay. That's okay. Sorry, my husband just walked in. So if there is no other question, we're saying goodbye. I went a few minutes over time, sorry.
No, you're
Are
fine.
you all good? Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Merci. Kheli
Sure.
mamnoon. Merci.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Khodafez.
Merci.
Khodafez.
Khodafez,
Bye.
John. Bye. Khodafez. Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you.